Lesson 47, At the Bank. Basic patterns. Is this the right place to open up an account? I need to start a bank account. Will this be a checking or savings account? I'm told that I have insufficient funds. What are your home loan interest rates? Can you help me finance a car? What's my current balance? My ATM card has stopped working. You don't need a passport for routine business. I can't remember my account number. Is there a minimum balance needed for an account? I want traveler's checks. I have a joint account with my wife. Can I have a receipt for this? Your account is overdrawn. Dialogue 1. Hello, is this the right place to open up an account?
Yes, it is. What can I do for you?
I just moved here, and I need to start a bank account.
Well, you've come to the right place. Will this be a checking or savings account?
I think I could use both. What are the monthly charges?
A savings account is free. A checking account is $5 a month.
That's not too bad. Is there a minimum amount required to open?
You need $100 to open up a checking account.
That's fine. Do you have internet banking?
Yes, we do. I can give you a brochure with that information.
Good. That would be useful.
Are there any other questions you have?
No, everything sounds fine.
Then just fill out these forms and we can start your account.
I'll take a seat over here. I'll be done in a few minutes.
Take your time. Just let me know when you're done.
Dialogue 2. I have a problem with my account.
I hope I can be of help to you.
My balance is supposed to be $145, but I can't get any money.
I don't think I understand.
Whenever I try to use the ATM machine, I'm told that I have insufficient funds.
Let me see what your balance is on our computer. It's a negative balance, minus $63.45.
How is that possible?
It seems that you wrote a check without money in the bank. The check was for $34.23.
Yes, that was for 2 CDs last week.
Then the bank charged you a $20 fee for overdrawing your account.
Oh, that's awful. I have no money.
Have you written any other checks more recently?
Yes, I've written 2 more this week.
Those will cause additional penalties when they come in.
What can I do? I don't want to lose any more money.
Perhaps you can talk to our manager.
Yes, please get your manager.
Wait here just 1 second, sir.
Dialogue 3. Do you recognize this bank, Kevin?
Not really. This is just an ordinary bank.
No. Something looks very familiar about this bank.
I always bank here. I don't know what you're talking about.
I remember. This is the bank that was robbed last month. I saw it on the news.
Are you sure? Actually, it was closed for 2 days last month. I guess that was the reason.
2 guys came in here with masks and pistols. They got most of the cash from the vault.
I wonder why they picked this bank.
It's because it's so close to the highway. It was easy for them to escape.
That sounds pretty exciting.
It's pretty stupid, too. I've read that robbing banks is a stupid crime to commit.
They got a lot of money. That may be bad, but why is it stupid?
It's pretty easy to catch bank robbers. Most of the money can be traced. Banks have cameras that record the crime.
I see what you mean. I'm glad I'm a chef and not a bank robber.
Dialogue 4. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Is there something I can help you with today?
Yes. I don't think my ATM card works anymore.
Do you have it with you?
Yes, here it is.
Oh, look at this. The magnetic stripe is pretty worn. It probably can't be read by the computer.
Really? I guess I need to get a new one.
That's no problem. Just fill out this little form.
How much does a new ATM card cost?
It's just $5.
And when will I get it?
You should get your new card in the mail in about a week.
Will I have to change my ATM password?
No, that would only be necessary if your ATM card was lost.
Okay, here's the form. Is that all?
Yes, the $5 will be charged to your account. Have a nice day.
Dialogue 5.
Is there something I can help you with, sir?
I just want to close out my account.
We can do that for you. Is there a problem with our service?
Actually, yes, there is. I'm tired of doing business with this bank.
I'm sorry to hear that. Could you say what the problem has been?
A lot of things. For example, more than once this bank's computer has made a mistake with my account. When I tried to clear up the problem, your employees have always blamed me, not the computer. I'm tired of it.
Oh, I don't like to hear that.
I'm sorry. I've made up my mind. I don't want to talk about it.
I see. Our records show that you have a current balance of $560.43.
I'd just like a check for that amount, please.
We recommend that you leave some funds in your account for a few weeks until you've completely switched to a new bank.
That won't be necessary. I'd like the full amount now, please.
As you wish. Just sign here. Thank you very much.
Is that it?
Yes, sir. Here is your check. I'm sorry to see you go. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Goodbye. Substitution drills. 1. Is there a minimum amount required to open an account? Is there a minimum amount needed to open an account? Is there a minimum amount necessary to open an account? Is there a minimum amount expected to open an account? 2. Is this the right place to open up an account? Is this the right place to start an account? Is this the right place to create an account? Is this the right place to begin an account? 3. I'll take a seat over there. I'll sit down over there. I'll have a seat over there. I'll grab a seat over there. 4. Whenever I try to use the ATM machine, I'm told that I have insufficient funds. Whenever I try to use the ATM machine, it says that I have insufficient funds. Whenever I try to use the ATM machine, I find that I have insufficient funds. Whenever I try to use the ATM machine, it seems that I have insufficient funds. 5. I'd like the full amount now, please. I'd like the complete amount now, please. I'd like the total amount now, please. I'd like the entire amount now, please. 6. Have you written any other checks more recently? Have you written any other checks since then? Have you written any other checks lately? Have you written any other checks this week? 7. Do you recognize this bank, Kevin? Do you remember this bank, Kevin? Do you recall this bank, Kevin? Do you know this bank, Kevin? 8. I wonder why they picked this bank. I would like to know why they picked this bank. I am curious why they picked this bank. I wish I knew why they picked this bank. 9. They got most of the cash from the vault. They got most of the money from the vault. They got most of the funds from the vault. They got most of the savings from the vault. 10. It was easy for them to escape. It was easy for them to get away. It was easy for them to hide. It was easy for them to run. 11. Do you have it with you? Do you have it on you? Do you have it here? Do you have it at this time? 12. The magnetic stripe is pretty worn. The magnetic stripe is pretty old. The magnetic stripe is pretty scratched. The magnetic stripe is pretty damaged. 13. You should get your new card in the mail in about a week. You should get your new card by mail in about a week. You should get your new card through the mail in about a week. You should get your new card mailed to you in about a week. 14. That would only be necessary if your ATM card was lost. That would only be necessary if your ATM card was missing. That would only be necessary if your ATM card was stolen. That would only be necessary if your ATM card was misplaced. 15. I've made up my mind. I've made a decision. I've decided. I've reached a decision. Monologue. Banking in America, like most countries, is a very complex business. The federal government has a bank, the Federal Reserve, which controls some of the financial policies of the country. Most banks, though, are private companies. They range from small local credit unions to large international corporations. Most banks offer similar services. They are places where people can save their money as well as write checks. Banks also provide credit card services to some customers. They also help finance major purchases, such as a house or a car. If a bank is robbed, the federal government pays back each customer of the bank the amount they lost if it is less than $200,000. Banks have to be reliable because so many people depend upon them.